Hey guys, Bob Hertzog, the team success manager and owner of Bob Hertzog Coaching and Consulting. Wanted to shoot a quick video for you today, mainly for agents that are looking to join a team, trying to decide if they want to join a team or not. You do decide you want to join a team. I'm going to give you 6 or 7 things here that you should be asking that potential team leader. You know, this is an interview, obviously, to see if you're a good fit for the team, but you also need to make sure that the team's a good fit for you before you make a 6-month or 1-year commitment in your real estate career. You want to make sure that these guys are offering what needs to be offered for a good, solid experience. So the first thing you want to make sure of that a lot of teams don't have that I think are very important is, an onboarding schedule. Ask them, do you have an onboarding schedule? And if so, do you have a copy that I can look at and see what I'm going to be doing for the first 2 weeks or 2 months or however long it is? So onboarding schedule is a big thing. You don't want any surprises if you can help it. If they don't have an onboarding schedule, that's usually not a very good sign. They're probably just going to wing it. Good chance they'll hand you a list of leads and say, here's your scripts. Good luck. And that's not the way to run a team. Unfortunately, there's quite a few people out there that do it that way, but that's not the way to do it. The other big thing to find out is you have some team leaders that are good at telling you what to do, but aren't good at showing you what to do. You got to remember, a lot of the people that are running teams have had a decent amount of success, probably, if they've gotten to the point where they're bringing people on. But a lot of times they haven't had too much success or experience in leading people. And being a good leader isn't just saying, if you want to sell X amount of houses, you need to do this and this. If you do this, you will sell X amount of houses. You need to say, this is what you need to do, and this is how you're going to do it. So it goes back to the, coaching and mentoring that needs to come with leading a team. So you want to ask the question, what kind of coaching and mentoring experiences am I going to have here? Do you have set coaching days or training days built into the calendar that I'll be able to go to? So find out and make sure that there's a plan in place to get you trained. Next thing is, how are you going to hold me accountable? This is a big one because a lot of teams will have a business plan at the beginning of the year where they sit down and they say, hey, we want the team to sell this many homes this year. And each agent's going to sell, X amount of homes, depending on, hopefully you've done a business plan with them where you tell them how much money you want to make this year. And they're able to tell you, okay, if you want to make that much money, you need to sell this many homes. And then it's not just a business plan. It's how are you going to hold me accountable throughout the course of the year? How often will we be meeting as a team? How often will we be meeting one-on-one, meaning you and the team leader or you and the sales manager or whoever is in charge of that? You want to make sure that someone is there to keep you on track towards your goals. And the way I coach my team leaders and clients that are team leaders, brokers, and so forth is you should be having at least one team meeting a week. And then as far as one-on-ones, you should be meeting one-on-one with your team leader or broker at least once a quarter, if not once a month. Once a month for newer agents, once a quarter for seasoned agents, kind of what I use when I'm coaching. Accountability is huge. If someone's not there holding you accountable, you're not going to hit your numbers. Next thing is, how often will I see you in the office? Now, this sounds like a kind of a goofy question, but you'd be surprised how many team leaders, the only time you see them is when you interview for the position, and then they just kind of ghost everyone. You want to ask them point blank, how often are you in the office? And what are my chances of seeing you when I come into the office to work? And what's your availability like? I mean, do you have an open door policy where I can just come barging in and talk to you anytime? Do we have to set appointments to meet with you and so forth? So another great question to ask is just, how often am I going to see you? The other big thing that you want to ask them that a lot of teams don't really pay much attention to or don't do at all is figure out, what are your core values? What's your mission statement? What's your vision? What's the culture of this team like? What do you do other than just work and sell homes? Do we do anything together socially? These are all big things to ask and find out kind of what's that North Star of this team. You're joining a team to be a part of something bigger. What's the ultimate vision, the ultimate goal, the culture? You want to find that out. They should have that in writing. They should be able to give you a copy of that. If they don't have any vision or any goals or any core values to talk about, give that some serious consideration before I joined a group like that. Another big one is what I call the 3-year vision. Find out from that team leader, what is your 3-year vision? Where do you see this team being in 3 years? It could be a dollar goal, it could be a number of agents goal, it could be a number of homes sold per agent. It should be some kind of a vision vision or where that team lead should have an idea of where he wants it to be or she wants it to be in 3 years. They don't have that. Again, they really don't have a plan. They're just kind of winging it. When I sit down with my coaching clients, we spend 2 days determining things like core values, vision, mission statement, target market, okay, target agents to go after. You just want to make sure that they've got a plan and they're not just winging it. And then lastly, staying kind of in that same vein, I'd ask them, what are their 1-year goals? A year ago or a year from now, what kind of goals does the team have in terms of dollar volume, in terms of number of homes sold? Could be a number of open houses held. It could be number of calls made per agent. Just find out what you're really trying to find out with these questions. Does this person have a plan, or are they just kind of a sales manager that has brought agents on to help their ego, try to make more money off of them, leverage them, that sort of thing? If you're going to spend the next 6 months to a year somewhere, you want to make sure it's the right fit. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting a bunch of time. If you're a team leader, you need to go through some of these questions that I went over for agents and see if you can answer them. Okay. If you can answer these questions, then you're probably in pretty decent shape and you're on a pretty good track right now. If you can't answer some or all of these questions, then you definitely have some work to do. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. 5 or 6 or 7 different things that agents can ask when they go into an interview for a team. If you have any other questions or if there's anything I can help you with, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you were able to get something out of this. All right. Have a great day.